Hey everybody. So it's come to my attention during all of this that a lot of you maybe don't know how to easily cook at home. So here's the thing. I'm going to start doing little short videos for easy recipes, things that I have had as staples in my life for years, mostly because of my food allergies, but just little snippets of things that you can do if you and your kids are trapped at home and you need something to do. If you just have realized, I don't know how to cook, and suddenly restaurants aren't as easily accessible, things that you can easily make, things that you can make on a dime, really nice, easy, cheap recipes you can keep the staple components in to use for other things as well. I'm going to start out today with my recipe for homemade Clif Bars. Quick, easy. You can substitute in tons of stuff into it. You're going to start out with a half a cup of nut butter. So any type of butter, nut butter will do. I'm using organic peanut butter today for this. And I'm starting out with a 1/4 cup here. I'm going to do 2 half cups here. But what you can do is you can use any type of nut butter that you want. So whatever you've got on hand, if you or someone in your household has a nut allergy, try using sun butter instead. Sun butter is made with sunflower seeds. It's super yummy. Little shout out to the makers and the owners of the company there in South Dakota. And you know, having food allergies myself, like, I get it. Like, you know, sometimes there are certain things we can't eat and we need to find those substitutions. Sun butter is a great option for that. So that's maybe a little over a half a cup of peanut butter that I've put in the pan there, because you're going to need to warm that part up. To that, you're going to add about 1/3 cup of maple syrup. Now, I tend to go just a little light on the sweetener in this. You can, you know, of course, adjust this to your own flavoring. I kind of eyeball stuff a lot of the time too, so know that that's okay. You're just looking for enough of a consistency here to get things to kind of stick together and hold. I have made these where I've put too much peanut butter in, or I've had really oily homemade peanut butter in it, and they don't stick together quite as well. But that doesn't matter because they're still delicious. You just pull out chunks from the pan and eat it. So you don't have to worry about it. But this is a great thing you can make along with your kids. It's an easy one. So I'm just gonna turn that on low heat here on the burner. And while that's going, I'm gonna start adding my dry ingredients to the bowl here. So you're gonna measure out about 1/4 cup of dried fruit. I'm using raisins today because it's what I've got in the cabinet right now. You know, go a little heavy, go a little light, however you want. One of my favorite combinations is to put dried cranberries or dried apricots in this. It's excellent that way. Let's see, next up, we're gonna do about 1/4 cup of nuts or seeds. So I'm gonna actually bulk up the nutrition value on these today, and I'm gonna put some toasted hemp seed hearts in here. You can absolutely use whatever you've got on hand. If you've got walnuts, almonds, peanuts, whatever you have, put them in there. You know, it doesn't matter. This recipe is really something that you can make your own, do whatever you want with. I'm sorry, I've got peanut butter still in the cups. It's a little sticky. Trying to get those hemp seeds out of there. You're also gonna wanna add like some flax meal or chia seeds, something like that to these. I'm gonna use flax meal today. It's also up the omega-3 value in it. So I'm gonna add like 2 tablespoons of flax to it. You can use whole flax if you want, or grind your flax up. If you don't have flaxseed, don't worry about it. Like I said, this is really honestly a whatever you want to put in it sort of situation here. I'm just going to take a moment to kind of stir my peanut butter and maple syrup. And you want this on really low heat. You don't want it to boil. You're just trying to melt everything together and get it nice and fluid so that you can easily mix it in with the dry ingredients. From there, I'm gonna go ahead and add my rice cereal. So you can use any cereal you've got on hand for this. I just happen to have some Rice Krispies on hand right now. They were on sale at Meijer yesterday when I was out trying to, find paper towels. So we are in a time right now where it's pretty much whatever you've got on hand or what you can find. So grab whatever cereal you've got, and you're gonna want about 1.25 cups of this. There's a cup, and then my 1/4 cup. And then you're also gonna wanna add some oats. Now, I have old-fashioned oats. You can use quick oats if that's what you've got. Those are fine. I tend to use old-fashioned oats in everything. I don't tend to keep quick oats on hand, so whichever you have is fine. You're gonna add a cup of that. And I am gonna put the actual recipe in the, maybe I'm gonna put a cup of that. Let me see here. I'll put the actual recipe in the comments too of the video. So got that. Let's see what else we got here. You need some vanilla extract. So once your peanut butter mixture is nice and mixed here and melty, I've turned up the heat a little bit to get this to melt a little bit more. It's a sticky recipe. You're gonna get sticky making this. You're gonna add probably about a tablespoon's worth of vanilla extract here. Again, you go a little over, a little under, nobody's gonna know. And from there, just taking that, dumping it in, and then you mix. And just like anybody who's ever made Rice Krispie treats knows that this mixing, sometimes you got to get your hands in there to mix it up. I kind of mash it around with a spoon to start, and then just go all in. You kind of have to. You really, this is another great one, of course, make sure your hands are washed. Make sure your kiddos' hands are washed if you're going to have them do this. Get it all mashed up together here. I've got a little bit more peanut butter stuff sitting in my pan, so I want to get that in there. And that's it for the ingredients. Like I said, real quick and easy, and pretty much you can use that whatever nut butter and sweetener you're using combination, add it to whatever dry ingredients you've got. You're just gonna mash it all together. It might look a little dry, and that's fine because you're gonna mash it down into the pan that you're putting it in, which of course is the one thing I forgot to grab before starting the video. So excuse me for just a moment. So I'm just using my basic Tupperware pan that I kind of put everything in for the most part. So you're just going to take that from your bowl, dump it on in there too, and then use your hand and smash it all down. You can put these in the fridge, let them set up, cut them like I said, you can, if they're a little on the crumbly side, that's fine. Take out chunks, a little on the extra gooey side, that's fine too. You'll eventually find the combination that's right for you as far as like what you want. Squishing them in here. I'm gonna give you a little shot of what they look like right now in the pan there. And that's that. You put them in the fridge, you let them set up, cut them up, and enjoy. So thanks for joining me. I hope this helps. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing these a couple times a week probably for the foreseeable future. So love you. Stay resilient.